Step on, you whack ass motherfucker.
I want to give a huge, enormous, gigantic shout out to CapCityHipHop. All day, every day. Hip hop, 4 elements. Hot tui, chop suey, system of a down. My shit be syndrome of the down. Downy, full retard, Academy Award. Heyman and Cannon at the stars. Boom, powerful impact. Dino Dinko, ain't saying shit. And Eric Wright misquote. Fist full of dollars, pocket full of lint balls. Dead broke, grave digging like Prince Paul. With nowhere to run like the Vandellas, or Van Dam, or Mandela. Van Brand 3000, drunk in Los Angeles. Shit talking your whack records, I'm past jealous. Dog, I'm bitter, like Shad said it. Oh yeah, I get it. Derek B. living images for Grandmaster Flash's message. King of the jungle, passive beverages laughing.
You're checking out CapCityHipHop live from Ottawa. Don't change that channel. That's the thing. My name is Mike Boyd, hip-hop artist, Nova Scotia. My brother, I'm not gonna lie, I was trained from day one. He was 5 years older than me, so you know how it is with an older brother. He was the first one to come home with the tape cassettes and, you know, tell me what to listen to, so it was pretty much forced upon me as a child. I think one of the first tape cassettes he brought home when I was like in grade 5 or 6 was Snoop Dogg Doggy Style. And that's what changed my life. I wouldn't even say favorite artist, but favorite CDs, Doggy Style. I like Gangstar, I like Redman, I like kind of all over the map with it. I didn't like one style, I didn't like just West Coast, East Coast. I could go on for days about, you know, I wasn't like a guy that like, this is my favorite artist. It's kind of all over the map. Honestly, not till after high school, which is kind of weird. I have a super bad anxiety problem. I never did a school presentation since grade 5. And yeah, I never even thought I'd ever be doing this stuff, getting up on stage until, you know, about 2 years after high school. Just decided I don't care anymore. So I started doing it.
So from high school to now?
D-Sisive, Derek Christoph. When I was a kid, I was a huge fan of horror films and Nightmare on Elm Street, and that was like my first real love of anything, entertainment, pop culture. And I like music, but I wasn't like super heavy, but I watched much music a lot. And one day I came across a music video by DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince called Nightmare on My Street, and it was, you know, inspired by Nightmare on Elm Street, and they're dealing with Freddy Krueger, and I saw that. I think I was like 9 years old, 9 or 10, and that just like blew my fucking mind. And I was like, I need to have this. So I told my mom, and that weekend she took me to the West Side Mall on Eglinton to Towers, not Tower Records, Towers, which was like the OG Walmart or Byway, and she bought me the cassette tape, and I just listened to, and I think the album was, no, I can't remember what the album was called. I don't think it was named after Nightmare on My Street. I can't remember. No, it was He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper. Yeah, having a conversation with myself. So it's He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper album, and so I listened to that song over and over and over. That's all I listened to. It's all I listened to because it's the reason why I bought the cassette. And then maybe like 2 months after that, I just decided maybe I'll check out the rest of this tape to see what else this gentleman has to offer. And I didn't really listen to too much rap at the time. I was 10, so whatever. And I just kind of listened to what my older brother listened to, which was like heavy rock, hair rock, and fucking weird shit. So when I listened to that, it was just like the words blew me away. Just rapping and the storytelling Will Smith did, parents just don't understand and all that. It's just like made my brain explode. So
I think I can beat Mike Tyson.
yeah, that was crazy. And so that like led my interest into, you know, rap. Like that was the first rap album I ever bought. Like up to that point, I was like buying the La Bamba soundtrack and fucking diarrhea like that. So that just like was like made. I never heard anything like that. So from there I graduated from DJ Jazzy Jeff and Will Smith to Cypress Hill and the Chronic, and I think when I was like 13 I decided that I'm gonna start fucking, I gotta do this. And it was a weird time because there was no real, with the exception of the Beastie Boys, there was no real white rappers doing it. Vanilla Ice kind of ruined it for all of us. So it was a tough go, but I still like, I had the fantasy and I just fucking went with it from when I was 13 years old. And then I did it like quietly on my own in high school ciphers, and I started battling. And I started recording in '97 when I was 17. I've been going ever since then. Oh yes, vast improvements. I've had many chapters in my career. Like when I started writing, it was like I was in, you know, the younger years. It's like you're just rapping about girls and TV shows. And then when I got into high school and got involved in like the parking lot ciphers and the lunchroom ciphers, and then I just was heavy into the battle scene. And that's what a lot of people don't know about me. When I came out in 2008. I came out as a completely different artist. You know, I was writing more personal, autobiographical songs. That's when I found my voice. But when I was a kid, 16, 17, 18, till about 21, I was like heavy in the Toronto battle scene. But it wasn't like it is today with King of the Dot. It was like more freestyling. And I'm not saying that as a diss. I love what's happening today. But back in those days, you didn't really, you know. But there was no internet audience. Like it wasn't so widespread. It was just like you had to be there. So all I cared about for about good 4 or 5 years was freestyling, and I was like a machine. I'm total fucking useless right now, but that's all I cared about. And then I took a bit of a sabbatical and came back and just focused on songwriting and just writing personal shit. But there's definitely an improvement. I cannot listen to anything old of mine. That's why it still blows my mind, because I put out singles in like 2000, 2001 with DJ Serious, and there are people, I'll get the odd message where they're like, I love the old Decisive better. I'm like, no you don't, old Decisive is fucking horrible. You're crazy if you like old Decisive better. That's fine.
How you doing? This is Mike Boyd. You're listening to CapCityHipHop, live from Ottawa. Cheers.
I write about drugs a lot because I like drugs. And all my shit is personal. You know, every song I do is personal. Sometimes I'll kind of fade away into the fantasy world where it gets a little darker, serial killers and weird shit like that. That's just because that's what I'm into. Not serial killing, but like I love reading about shit like that, and it's kind of influences my art, the stuff that I read about and watch. But no, it's all 95% of my shit is personal. I don't really do too many of the I'm hip hop and I'm better than you type shit, but I do it the odd time. But it's easier for me to just write about my life because it's kind of writes itself. Since 1995, I guess.
It's 95.
I'm a child star. I'm a former child star. My first video was on Much Music in '97 when I was 17.
I'll never forget it.
Yeah, these guys are the first. Him and his brother were the first people to ever like put me on an airplane and bring me to another city. It made my head explode. It's like, really? But yeah, I was 17 years old during that. The song called Lost Sight, which is on YouTube, unfortunately. Someone pulled it out off their VHS tape and put it on.
There's no escaping it.
No. Someone out there has got it. It's funny to watch.
Common. The rapper.
That's common.
Common. Who else? I don't know. I feel like we got a lot of the same taste in music, even like...
We hate a lot of the same people.
Yeah, we hate a lot of the same stuff. This tour, we're really discovering each other.
Yeah.
This is our third day, so...
We've known
We've known each other forever, but the more and more we see each other, the more we find out we're the same person.
Yeah.
By not talking about the same shit 98% of rappers talk about.
And because like I'm the best. Like so what's that? Like what separates me from other rappers is like I'm like here and they're all here. I'm just joking, kind of a little bit.
We don't have confidence.
I don't know. I like to think my shit is more original, and I try to be original with my references.
I like to say about D-Sisive, his stuff is pretty artistic, and you can tell he has a brain. A very smart guy when he raps. No, he's
Friendship.
Yeah, we've really grown close now.
Yeah, Mike and I are pretty the same. And even like I said, we've known each other for over 10 years, and I've been close with the Half-Life camp for a very long time, and I've always loved Mike's stuff, always, everything he's done, starting from the Lost in the Woods commercial. He did a Much Five. Oh, dude, that blew my fucking mind. That's my favorite shit of all time. Yeah, so like from there, I was like, you know, like the first time I went around like Classified's place and I met him, he was really quiet. I was quiet because I had never met them before too, so there wasn't really much bonding going on that trip. It was just us getting to know each other for the first time. But we all like kept in touch, you know, over time. But we started seeing each other at the same parties, you know, whether it be the Junos or a bunch of music parties or just random shows when we're in each other's towns. And we get to hang out, and me and this guy are the same person. So
we've been watching a lot of movies, sharing interests.
Well, it got rugged at the Junos, last year's Junos at Winnipeg. Yeah, we both. That was
our first night drinking heavily together.
And we just said, let's go. And the camp was trying to tell you to stay at the hotel. I said, get in the car, we're going. And then here we are, two wild savages, rock stars. I find that Canadian artists try too hard to be American artists.
A lot of them. Not all of them.
No, not all,
a
but
lot of them do.
Majority of them. And that's why Canadian, sorry to cut you off, but that's why American artists, Canada's a joke to them, because it's all tried too hard.
And it sounds cheesy. You can okay, you hear something and it always sounds American, but it's off. You're like, that's a Canadian song.
You can tell, yeah, you can
tell. As soon as you hear a song, like an R&B song on the radio from a Canadian, whoever,